All right, we're going to take you on a tour of our yard because some people want to see a yard. Carolyn, what is this? We're looking at the purple flowers.
Yeah, we have three boxwoods across the front porch, and then those purple flowers are allium. Planted those last fall. They're bulbs, and they're looking pretty good there. And then this is coming down the front steps, and we're going to go you can see where our tulips were blooming earlier this spring. Now we're going to go in front of the house, and you can see we have a lot of spent tulips and a bunch of other things. This is a heuchera here at the corner, and we have several of those. They come in different colors.
Do they have another name?
They're also known as coral bells.
Oh.
There's another one that's darker purple, and then that peach one.
Coral bells.
Mm-hmm.
Coral bells.
They like it in the shade. There's that nice chartreuse one with a couple hostas.
The shade.
And this is going into our backyard. And those tall things there on the left are some lilies that will be blooming later this summer. And that's a view of our patio. And we're going to go down the hill here. This is a lot of ground cover. On the right is winter creeper. And you'll see later on the hill there's something else. But this is a view of our new garden beds, vegetable garden. We have some tomato plants there. We're going to train those up that arbor. And on the other side, we're going to have some cucumbers and a few other things. Planted some flowers in there, some zinnias.
Hold on.
Whoa!
Oh. Wow. That's a 16-foot by 5-foot cattle fence, 2 of them.
Yes. So things are coming along. This is several weeks ago. This was on Mother's Day. And the tomatoes are already like twice as big. And okay, now we're going to go to the back corner. That gate there is how I go over to the office. I cross the creek and walk through the field. That's one of our irises there. This patch is mostly daylilies, which will be blooming later. They're orange. Have redbud and dogwood and a bunch of irises here. Irises are pretty much the only thing blooming right now in the backyard in this video. Oh, there's a little bit of creeping phlox or woodland phlox. Those little white flowers. And the purple flowers are vinca. There's more irises. All the irises they were there before we moved here, and I've moved things around, but they were all kind of in here in the yard somewhere. The vinca was also there on the hill, and we transplanted some down to this lower part in the backyard.
There sure is a lot of that there vinca.
There is. In the beginning of May, it looks really good. There's plenty of flowers there. They're pretty much done by now. It's the very end of May right now. So this is the hill. It's nice to have something growing there that doesn't need to be mowed. I just cut it back once a year.
And I cheer her on while she does it.
Yeah. We have some rose bushes here. They are just getting ready to bloom here. We have pink ones and red ones. The red ones came out first, I think, this year. And then there's a different color of iris there. That's our old shed in the background. Here's our patio, and we're gonna go look at, let's see, on the left here, this is a Carolina allspice. And there is one flower on it. I've been waiting and waiting for this little tree or bush to start blooming, and this is the first year we got a flower on it. And it smells a little bit like pineapple.
Yummy.
And that is a Wine and Roses Weigela, or Weigela.
Fragile.
My mom and dad had some of those. They were a different variety, but they had Weigela at their house, and they were huge and beautiful.
So that's the backyard, right, Carolyn?
That is the backyard.
I'm good.
And this right here is my favorite hosta. It's so big and healthy looking. Our other ones need to catch up to that one. And here's more vinca. This is the north side of the house, and the vinca does really well there. There's a slab where we just put up a new shed. And this area right here, you can barely see them, but we have new strawberry plants and rhubarb plants there. And then we had some more tulips here, and we've got some volunteer wild 4 o'clocks and a few other things that I started from seed, which are beginning to take off now. Those are some lilacs that are already done for the year.
So soon?
Yeah. And this is our front flower bed. That's yarrow, which I started from seed last year, and it really started to take off this year. It's looking good. And we have several clumps of it. This one is particularly pink. The other ones are maybe a little bit more pale, but they were a variety of colors.
Do you have a few other things mixed in this patch too?
Yeah, we have irises in there. We have daylilies that will bloom later. There's some sedum that's kind of creeping along the ground. And then here we are going across the very front in the street. That little patch in the middle of the front yard is some daylilies with a chaste tree, which got some winter damage this year. Yes, that's me. And that's a lovely shot of grass, Dan.
You're welcome.
And
it's so green.
This patch over here has a little bit of iris, a bunch of daylilies, and it's got some surprise lilies, which that's the part that's more laying down. They're also called naked ladies. But they will bloom later. The leaves come up first, and then they die back, and then the flowers come up in August.
So thanks a lot for walking along with us, and thank you, Carolyn, for all the enlightening information. What's that down there?
That's Naven.
Oh.